You'll get it one of these days.
That looks about square.
You look about square. All right.
Yeah, we'll make that work.
The link should go live at 8. We're not live.
It is.
It is live?
Yeah.
No, but the camera.
Oh, okay. Share.
It's about to be 8, actually.
It is. Did that register?
I don't know. Pull up the video and find out.
All right. View. Why is it not? So I was in my account. Now I'm trying to go into the HWR account. And there it is. Okay, cool. All right, let's see here.
Is it out?
Maybe. All right, let's see. Yep, there it is. So we are live and in Technicolor.
Ready when you are.
All right.
Oh, my shorts, they fouling.
What? If we weren't going to get monetized before.
Oh, yeah. We're definitely going to make that money now. You tell me when you're ready to talk, and I'll press the record.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm just trying to get it all shared. This is all out, right?
Yes. Todo para afuera.
Y fuera! All right.
Of course, I gotta pee right now.
Well, go pee, dude.
Nah, I can hold it.
For the whole shebang.
Yeah, I'll pee in this can if I have to.
Oh, Lord.
The camera can't see underneath the table.
Well, with that being said, live from, what do we call this place?
Cockpit!
The Cockpit in Houston, Texas. It's the 451st edition of Houston Wrestling Radio. This is Abel.
This is Chris.
And thank you so much for tuning in and joining us live right here in Technicolor. We appreciate it. Log into your YouTube account. That way you could chat along with us in the live chat. That way you can say hi or fact check or ask us questions or talk shit, whatever. I'll see it and I'll try to involve you as best as I can in the show. If you're not watching us live, it's okay. Just drop a comment down below or interact with us on Facebook, facebook.com/Houston Wrestling Radio. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit the bell, do all that good stuff. Yeah!
I missed your face, bro.
Cheers. I didn't miss your face.
Oh, shit.
I was just thinking about your face the entire week.
Oh, yeah. So, for anyone that watched the show or heard our show last week, 2 weeks ago, we were supposed to come back last week.
Right.
And review All In and preview Bash in Berlin.
Right.
And NXT No Mercy.
Mm-hmm.
For the people that don't know,
Uh-huh.
why don't you fill in on what happened?
So what happened was Chris was apparently incubating the COVID and passed it off to me, and both he and I were sick all week last week.
I can debate that with you.
Okay.
Because I was sneezing and you were coughing that entire episode. that we recorded last.
Mm.
So I still wonder who the tete was that was the incubator. Was it myself coughing, or was it you, Sneezosaurus?
I don't know, because I don't think me sneezing was a COVID symptom. Because when I actually got sick, I wasn't sneezing, I was coughing. And you got sick slightly before I did.
Like maybe a titch. Maybe you were too. Yeah. And even before that,
Hector says we did a fusion of a new COVID strand. Okay.
And even before you found out we had COVID, our date night continued. Your truck got towed from the goddamn parking lot.
It did. Chris forgot to register me as a guest at this apartment complex.
Yeah.
And I got towed. What a night.
That was a very fun night.
Yes. What a night.
And then to wake up the next couple of days and then get sick.
Yeah.
And then your escapade didn't end there.
No.
Because you weren't the only one.
No, Portia got sick too. She caught the COVID after us.
The China virus.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, after I was starting to feel a little bit better, then she fell, and so it was.
And Randy, nothing.
No, Randy was fine. Last week sucked though, but no, Randy was fine. This week things are back to normal.
I'm complaining at random shit,
Yeah.
yelling at clouds,
Yeah.
drinking water out of a can. And
Lousy canned water.
Goddamn. But we got some catching up to do.
Yes.
So let's start from the top.
Okay.
All Out London.
Yes.
Brian leaves with the title. The screen fades to black. What's your first thought on the show?
I was satisfied. I thought all the matches that were on the show were pretty much good. I don't think that there was a lot of lows, and there was an awful lot of highs. I don't think that the main event was the best match of the night. I think it was damn good, but it wasn't the best.
Did the right person win?
I don't know if there was going to be a wrong person to win.
That's a good way to put it.
I see that there's a lot of folks that that say that the person that should have won should have been Swerve because Swerve needed it more. My theory at the time was, don't worry about it. Swerve will be okay. Swerve will come out of it on the other side, even without the title. Okay, this title run wasn't the best. It's okay. Swerve can at one point become bigger than what his first run was, which I'm kind of reminded of Edge's first run. Edge's first run, he wasn't supposed to be champ. He was Money in the Bank. He cashed it in, setting the precedent for the cash in the Money in the Bank, and he won the title, and his first title reign was kind of meh.
He was patient zero.
Yeah. His subsequent title reigns are what solidified him as a main eventer. The main eventer always going up against Cena, right? He had 5 title reigns or something like that. And the first wasn't all that great. Was it? Yeah. So, yeah, man, it wasn't. I'm not too concerned about it. Now, at least that was my initial thought, and I'm like, oh God, I hope I'm right. After watching what I just watched with you, I know I'm right.
Yeah,
I know I'm right.
I think they booked that match almost perfectly in the sense of the story with Swerve and Hangman isn't over, and it made sense for Hangman to do what he did in that match.
Yeah.
It validates his reasoning as a character. I say as a character because we're supposed to be booing Swerve because we've mentioned this ad nauseum on this show. He broke into Hangman's house and cut a promo on a baby.
Yes. He cut a promo
but
on
we have been cheering whose house?
Yeah. Swerve's house.
Exactly. So it's it happened the best way it could have happened, and it made perfect sense. It didn't lose any credibility for Swerve. It didn't. I don't think it tarnished the Danielson win at all.
No.
I think that was the best way to go. I do agree with you. That was not the best match of the night, but I'm curious to see what your best match of the night was.
Okay. My best match of the night was MJF versus Ospreay. I thought it was great. I thought it was the match of the night. It was top to bottom more entertaining than I thought it was going to be. It lived up to their first encounter that is currently on our match of the year list for the AEW category. So yeah, that's my pick.
I would agree. I think they condensed the first match into something a lot more palatable for casual people that don't have 59 minutes and 58 seconds to devote to a match from bell to bell.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that's keeping me from doing it any more than just the match of the night or match of the week is twofold.
Okay.
One, there are more memorable moments in the first match, in my opinion, than there are in this all-in match.
Okay.
And number two, I disagree with you.
Okay.
There was 98% of a match on there that could have been match of the year worthy. And that was the fucking gauntlet match. The gauntlet match was really well done up until the point where a couple of things happened. Number one, where the fuck did that Christian booking come from? Like, there were at least a half dozen other people in that match that you could have given that W to, and that AEW Money in the Bank, which is basically what that is. Christian can cash it whenever, wherever he wants,
right,
without anything, without a briefcase either. So carrying that contract around it as a bitch of luggage. The other thing that I kind of find funny, ironic, upsetting, cathartic, weird. Ricochet.
Yeah.
Left WWE because he was getting lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
Just to get lost in the shuffle in his debut match.
Yeah.
He was in there. Ricochet finally made his debut in there. And then right after that was Christian, because Ricochet jumped off the rope and splattered him. Mm-hmm. And then right after Christian was Luchasaurus / Killswitch.
Yeah.
And then that was the match.
That was, yeah.
In hindsight, and again, and that's the other part. This isn't a Royal Rumble. This is a gauntlet elimination match. So the idea is, when your name is called, you haul ass to the ring, because you can get eliminated before you even get in the ring.
Right.
So why the fuck are you posing Jeff Hardy when your brother's getting beat up?
Well, that's what Jeff does.
What the fuck are you doing?
That's what Jeff does.
It broke it a little bit for me. The suspension of disbelief, it broke it a little bit. Because everybody else walked out there or ran out there.
Right.
No one stopped and waited for pyro. Even Christian limply ran down to the ring.
Yes.
Everyone
he tried to get in there as quickly as he could.
Except Rico.
He had the hustle.
And that was weird. Yeah. I would have rather debuted him on fucking Dynamite that way. But even then,
okay.
But that fucking gauntlet match had stuff that I wasn't expecting, moments that I wasn't expecting.
Well, like Hector just said in the live chat, Nigel
coming back.
Yeah.
You know,
I am
in great shape.
I'm marked out.
Bleed. Oh, I yelled like a little bitch.
I'm marked out so hard.
Robert Drapp, by the way, is in there.
I would like to say that I was agreeing with you on thinking throughout the course of the match, holy shit, this match is a banger. It's better than what I thought it was. This could be match of the year worthy until the booking at the end. Your misgivings about Ricochet, I don't really have that about.
That's fine.
Like, hey,
that's nitpicking for the sake of nitpicking.
It's a gauntlet.
Yeah.
Right? So you need multiple guys, and you need big surprises and big returns. Somebody comes back at the Rumble and they don't win. I'm like, they're lost in the shuffle. No. That's not what happened with AJ Styles.
Yeah, exactly.
AJ Styles came back. Holy fuck, it's AJ Styles. Did he win? No. Well, not come back. He debuted in WWE, you know? So I don't think it's that much of a diminishment to debut in a match like this and then not win it. I don't.
He's no Matt Sydal.
Yeah, sure. Matt Sydal fucked up his own debut with that. He fucked up most of his career with that botch. But so I'm okay with the Ricochet thing. The thing that I am really, really not okay with, the thing that made the match just take a nosedive for me was the Christian booking at the end. You asked me about the other match, did the right guy win? And I said, well, I don't think that there was a right guy to lose, right? And in this match, it was kind of the other way around. There's a lot of guys that should lose this match. Yeah. But there was like a handful of people that should win it, and none of them were Christian. Yeah. Right? I don't think Christian needed the win. I think it's a good creative idea, and Christian with the title shot, wow. Danielson's a champ, could be interesting. That could be part of Danielson's swan song, going away party, him. But what I really, really wanted to happen was, and I know it may have been too far-fetched, but fuck, my mind would have been blown if this happened. If it was Nigel that won it, and it was Danielson that won at the end of the night. Now, holy fuck, we could actually have Nigel versus Danielson
in our year of the Lord 2024.
15 years after, as part of Daniel Bryan's farewell. Fuck, I don't care if that match is going to be at half speed because both the guys are in their twilight of their career. Hell, one of them's already retired. The nostalgia factor of that alone would have been enough to make me pop as hard as hell for the end of this match. And if Nigel had won it, I would have been, what? And I would be here arguing with you saying this needs to be match of the year candidate. All right. Now, of course, there's other guys that could have won it. Hanger, Ricochet, but Christian, I don't think Christian really.
Sabre.
He
just came off of winning the G1, regardless of what I feel of how he's using that title opportunity. Yeah. If he could have won that, you could have definitely had the tiebreaker, the rubber match, because Sabre and Danielson are 1-1. And you bring that back with Danielson, now world champion, Zack Sabre, possibly next world champion for New Japan, and number one contender who can cash in whenever he wants.
I mean, if those chips all fall correctly, that could put on a really cool story.
You're telling me not just that. You can add another wrinkle to that if you really want to play smart about it. Zack Sabre won the G1. He's not waiting till Wrestle Kingdom to get his title shot. Right. He could easily main event Wrestle Kingdom for the AEW title.
Oh.
If not Wrestle Dynasty the next night. Your New Japan champ against your AEW champ for the AEW championship in Japan.
Right.
You could have really made something with that if you wanted to go that route.
Right. Yeah. There could have been a lot of interesting stuff with that.
With other people too. That just underscores the point that Christian
and
too bitchy for me, dog.
Nothing against Christian. Because Christian's been on the fucking run of his fucking career, right? But that's the problem. Christian's been on the run of his fucking career, and he doesn't need this.
He could have had that just in like a number one contenders match or the next challenger or whatever.
Yeah.
He didn't need to win a contract.
Yeah. And the other thing about the fact that Christian won is the way that he won. Yes, we get it. He's part of the patriarchy, so of course, he's gonna cheat to win somehow. But Luchasaurus teasing after losing the trios title, teasing the turn on Christian for like the 5th time already, and he doesn't do it just to help Christian.
Devil's advocate, I'll say this. The blow might not have landed as hard if either A, there were a couple more people that entered the match before Luchasaurus came in, and B, if Luchasaurus beat up everyone, then beat up Christian, then the next person that came in, he chokes or when he finally hits Christian, he chokeslams Christian on top of someone else, and that's how he wins. As opposed to an obvious, oh, I'm just gonna fake another face turn again. It's already happened like thrice already.
Yeah.
It's like that story's already past stale. That needs to be like in the bin.
Yeah.
So you could have at least tried to polish up that turn a little bit if your end game was fake turn, Christian wins again. You could have done a little stuff there to make it more creative. Send me the check, Tony. Thank you. A lot of the stuff with Nigel really held it together.
Mm-hmm.
I will even go back a little further in saying that.
I was waiting for a fucking Tower of London, man. God
damn,
damn,
when he did it.
Yeah.
I'll go even further and give credit where it's due. If you've been watching New Japan and the beginning of AEW, you know the history with Orange Cassidy and Okada. So in Okada faking the reunion and then beating the shit out of him, I'm like, all right,
that was good.
Like I had my doubts before, and I kind of still do. Okada as a heel with the Bucks, it's still taking a while to get used to. But Okada actually having a personality other than I'm the young ace with the title and I wear suits and I drive a Ferrari and this is why you're supposed to like me in New Japan. This is working. His personality is seeping through.
I was going to say, I think his personality stat has gotten a bump up, but his in-ring stat is probably diminished just a little bit.
Before All In, there was a backstage promo with Sasha like celebration, like in the VIP room, and Okada's there. And then at the end of the segment, Okada's trying to do Sasha's dance, and he's just like he's like swooning over the fact that he's standing right next to his crush, I guess.
Yeah.
Like you can see like an actual character behind Kazuchika there. Maybe it'll flourish a little more if he starts pulling away a little bit from the Elite. I know it's not going to happen anytime soon, but hopefully I could see the dividends starting to pay off slowly with having with having Okada actually on AEW.
Yeah, but that match was fun as shit. It was just so disappointing that not only who won, but how they won and how we didn't get what we thought we were going to get with the Luchasaurus turn, and the finish was completely flat. But match of the night, MJF Ospreay. The main event, a fucking banger as well. And
Dougie's in there too.
Dougie's here? Is he?
Yeah.
I didn't see him saying anything. But anyway, am I not getting the updates on my side? Are you only getting it on your side?
You might be lagging a bit.
Okay, because I don't see anything from Doug. Anyways, Now, I guess that's all we really need to talk about from that pay-per-view. Is there? No, something else? What else?
Not a fan of where they put this.
Okay.
But a fan of what I got.
Okay.
I am a firm believer in Mariah May now.
Her
match with Toni Storm was fucking fire. I liked it a lot. Again, that's had one of the longest story time builds. It's been 9 months for this to happen from the moment that they actually came together in storyline. So that had the most investment from a storyline perspective. I thought it was really well done. It kind of bummed me out a bit to see it that early, and then to see you can use either verb. You can use least best, or you can use the worst. But there was no chemistry whatsoever with Mercedes Moné and Britt Baker. None.
None. That was not a good match.
No, not at all.
It wasn't. Again, you're right. I don't know if I would want to say the worst, but it was definitely the least best. That match wasn't. It didn't live up to everything else on that card, but I wouldn't say it was like, oh god, it was a terrible match. It was still decent.
The mixed tag was better than that.
Yeah.
Because fucking Statlander elbowed Ishii, he bowed up, he kicked shit. Ishii actually sold that shit.
Yeah.
You know, and then Stokely got his ass whooped by Willow.
Yeah.
No, it was what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Entertainment for that shit-eating grin that you're wearing right now.
Yes.
I didn't have that grin at all during Mercedes and Britt. And I like Britt. And I'm waiting for Mercedes to impress me. Right. To show me something that's why she's there.
I've given up on Mercedes.
Wow.
I've given up.
Arnold's a bigger proponent of her than you are. I wonder if he's given up on her too.
Is Arnold in the live chat?
He'll show up later. He said he was going.
Okay.
Other than that, I think AEW All Out was pretty solid, top to bottom. The closest to a dud was the Mercedes match. That was good stuff.
Good stuff.
So that set the bar pretty high for WWE.
Yeah.
And then here comes WWE Bash in Berlin.
Yeah.
I will say up front, I caught the pay-per-view right as the CM Punk McIntyre strap match was going on.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
My match of the night so far, watching just having seen it from that match on. I like that match a lot.
That's fair.
The fact that it took a GTS for every turnbuckle to keep McIntyre down, I liked a lot because for a casual fan, when you see CM Punk and Drew McIntyre together, we like both of them.
Right.
But one definitely is bigger, stronger, faster, more athletic than the other.
Yeah.
One. And us as wrestling fans, knowing that CM Punk wasn't athletic during his childhood and through his teens, and he just did wrestling because he loved wrestling,
right.
as opposed to Drew being fucking athletic since younger. Yeah, you needed to sell me on CM Punk actually defeating, not surviving, not winning a strap match by hitting 4 buckles, but defeating Drew McIntyre. And the way they wrote the finish to that match, chef's kiss. That was really good.
Yeah. I enjoyed the match a lot too. Almost begrudgingly, because it's like, damn, Drew and Punk, like I don't want to say that I'm liking stuff with Punk, but fuck, I'm liking stuff with Punk, you know? So yeah, I thought that was a really good match.
What stood out to you from the show? I'm assuming you saw the whole show.
Yeah, I did see the whole show. Gunther's match was pretty good. Gunther and Orton, you know, I'm not the biggest Orton guy, right?
Never have been.
Never have been, right? But you know, I was 90% sure that there's no way Orton's going to win this because they're not going to give Orton that reign, that title reign of like 15-time world champ and all that stuff. Like they're just not going to do it. And they didn't, which I was expecting. But it was kind of cool to have somebody that's a legend fight against somebody that they're trying to build on their side of the world, right? Not his home country. He's from Austria. He's not from Germany or whatever. But,
Austria.
Yeah.
Well, good day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
Not that Austria. I think it was a cool moment for them, right? And it's a cool moment for, oh yeah, okay, now I just had to reset the whole thing. Now I see. What's up, Dougie? It was cool getting to see them purposefully doing something to give something to somebody to make them a star. And that's somebody that is basically Gunther. They're really giving a lot to Gunther to make him a star. And that's what they're doing.
If his NXT world title run didn't prove it, his devilish 666 days as Intercontinental Champ proved he's ready for this.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a good testing ground.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, it was cool. And the match was better than what I thought. I don't think it was the match of the night. Match of the night, I think, goes to Drew and Punk.
It did take a few minutes for the match to pick up because the crowd did a pretty decent job of taking it over. Watching Orton do away with him,
yeah,
you could tell he's like in his I don't give a shit phase. He's enjoying
right.
enjoying
and then, you know, that's the other reason too.
Cool.
That's the other reason why I don't think that he's going to be winning any championships anytime soon and overtaking the record.
Yeah.
He's not going to be doing that because he's in the I did
Twilight?
everything I need to do. I don't even know if you would say Twilight, but he's in that part of his career where he doesn't give a fuck because he's a made man.
What else does he need to prove?
Yeah, he's a made man that doesn't need to prove anything, that doesn't need to do anything else. He's already a first ballot surefire Hall of Famer.
With a hot wife at home.
Yeah, and he's going to be making all the money forever. Doesn't matter if he loses a few matches here and there now. He's just there to put other people over. And I think he realizes that about his career. So, yeah.
Orton and Cody. I mean, I'm sorry, KO and Cody. What do you think? I didn't watch it. I didn't get a chance.
You still haven't watched that one? This is good. It being the opener was, I don't want to say surprising, but I wasn't expecting it. But you know what they say, if you can't be last, be first. So oh, okay, I get it. And yeah, Gunther's definitely main eventing because it's Berlin, so it makes sense. Yeah, it was a good match. I don't think it was better than the other two matches that we just talked about, but it was still good, you know.
Yeah. How about the Terror Twins against Dirty Dom and Liv Morgan?
It was fun. I don't think anybody's going to go back and watch that match for like the technical prowess and how it was just a dumb match with Dom running around and trying to protect Liv and the Judgment Day getting involved and it was a further advancement of story, and it was a fun advancement of story, and it's fun to see Rhea beating the shit out of Dom. But the problem with intergender matches in WWE is that they're not intergender matches; they're mixed tag matches. So there's almost no point in actually having tags because if you tag your partner, that automatically tags the other one. Yeah. So it takes away a big aspect of tag team wrestling. So it's really like we're having two concurrent matches just happening at the same time. So it takes away a lot of the tag team formula. So they're never good matches, but it was fun to get to see Rhea putting hands on Dom. Again, intergender, I would like to see there be more equality with the genders there. Where hey, if it's a guy and a girl, and the guy does some sort of offensive maneuver to the lady, then that be a little bit more progressive, a little bit more believable, a little bit more like what we're seeing on the indies with wrestling. So there's even more equality, but WWE's not done that ever, and I don't think they're ever going to start to do that. So it's like, okay, cool. Here's the numbers.
Well, don't say minus Liv once.
Yeah, but here's the numbers minus Liv. Yeah. Right. Oh, Judgment Day, they're all beating up. It's 4-on-2. No, it is 3-on-2. Yeah. But yeah. Okay. Sorry. As you were saying.
No, you're good. Anything else from Bash of Berlin? Quality over quantity. You only have like what 5 or 6 matches?
I believe so. Yeah.
I also didn't get a chance to catch this.
Not you did. China, right?
What?
It was the exception China.
No, the exception was the Royal Rumble where all the guys beat up Nia. Because you wanted to stand up in the men's Rumble match, and they all beat the hell out of her. Yeah. What'd you think of No Mercy?
I thought it was good. There was I know that I watched it. I wasn't paying full attention because I was cooking and eating at the same time. And food, yes, context. And there was a lot of stuff that I didn't know what the hell was going on. Okay. So there was some things that I was like, okay. But when Obafemi came out, paying attention to Obafemi, right? He's pretty cool. I kind of like him. So yeah.
The Obafemi match. The implosion of MSK. I definitely want to go back and watch those 2 matches. I want to see Joe Henry's pop in an actual arena.
Yeah.
First impressions on the debut of Julia. Did you catch that, or were you in the kitchen?
No, I caught it. I don't think that there's much to judge from it. Like, I know the name has been thrown around by you and by Hector a whole lot.
Hector more than that.
Yeah. But I don't really know anything about her. And what she did at the pay-per-view didn't really reveal much else to me. Yeah. She walked out. There was her name. Oh, she's a new challenger approaches. Like, okay, cool. I still don't know what a Julia is. Well, the way it's spelled is Julia.
Yeah.
Julia. Yeah, it's gift, not GIF. Yeah. But yeah.
Anything from No Mercy that deserves a highlight off the top of your head? Or
did you watch any of No Mercy? Because I'm having a hard time recalling.
MSK, Julia, Ethan, Roxy retained. She wrestled Jada Parker.
That's what Julia came out.
Jada Parker.
Yeah, you know what, Jada? That match was actually really good too. Now that I think about it, that match was solid.
I've been thinking for the last 6 months, once Roxanne makes the main roster, Jada should be your top heel. I think she's got everything. She's sound and got a good personality.
Yeah.
Unique. I like her a lot.
Yeah, I like her a lot. And I think there was parts of that match where I was like, I'm not buying Roxy beating her. Right? I'm like, there's no way she's gonna overtake Miss Parker.
Yeah.
But she did, with the pop rocks on the outside, which is cool.
On the inside.
Yeah. So yeah.
Got a headline before we get into our
a headline.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a new day for Odyssey Jones.
Oh So domestic violence? Is that what it was?
Accusations of domestic violence.
Accusations of domestic violence, and now he's gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
I saw my Facebook light up on Monday morning. He's like, yo, Odyssey's no longer on the roster. And I'm thinking, how much free time do wrestling fans have on their hands to daily, if not weekly, check the roster for every single person that's on it and be like, a guy that's been there for a cup of coffee on the main roster just came back from injury after the draft and actually showed up on the roster.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Odyssey Jones. Where's Odyssey Jones on this list of 90-something fucking people? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was noticed that he wasn't on the roster page, and then
he wasn't on Raw.
He didn't show up on Raw, and that on a 3-hour show, that's one of their higher storylines of like, hey, Xavier Woods isn't a fan of Kofi trying to fill the third spot in the New Day with a bigger E in Odyssey.
Well,
and the big O. Yeah, depends who you ask.
Right.
And and now it's a big because he's there no more.
Yeah.
Sucks. If it's
yeah.
I mean, hopefully that shit gets cleared up if it's falsely accused. I mean, this isn't a slight towards victim shaming. There's been during that Me Too movement, there were some wrestlers that were blamed and they wound up being incorrectly blamed or falsely blamed. Matt Riddle came back on television after he had his shit going on. We might not see the end of Odyssey Jones, but as of right now, he has to be off. He has to be in the ether. Yeah. He has to.
I'll see your Odyssey Jones and I'll raise you, but Artem.
Who?
Nikki Bella's husband.
Oh, that trailer park trash.
Yeah, he's the guy from Dancing with the Stars, the one that she left John Singapore and then went with him. Yeah, he was the on Dancing with the Stars. They have the stars and then the trainers, and he was one of the trainers. So, but one of the real dancers.
You know more than I do on that. I didn't watch any Dancing.
Well, so you have like the real dancers.
I know that part, but I don't know.
Okay.
If you randomly showed me his picture, I would have never guessed.
Oh yeah. Well, anyways.
But Nikki Bella's man.
Yeah. So he's got locked up for domestic violence as well. The only details that we had is that Artem said that she threw a shoe at him or something. We're like, okay.
We're still talking about Nikki Bella, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, okay. Nikki Bella threw a shoe.
She's got the chin. She's got the chits. Were they up and out?
I don't know. And he's the one that got arrested. All right. So there's parts of the story that we're just unaware of. So
and Bryan Danielson unfriended him apparently.
Apparently, right? Yeah. So we'll see.
Guys are garbage.
Guys are.
Wrestling's not over because we got a show this Saturday,
not Sunday.
Like Danielson said last night, and how I thought last night.
Right.
It's actually Saturday. AEW All Out back in Chicago.
Yeah.
Since the pay-per-view's on Saturday, they're having a live 2-hour collision on Friday, followed up by a live 1-hour rampage from Chicago.
Oh, so there's basically going to be 3 hours worth of programming
tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes. Tomorrow, All-Star Championship 8-man tag. Mm-hmm. Bryan Danielson, Pac, Wheeler Yuta, Claudio Castagnoli against the Bucks. Matt and Nick Jackson, Jack Perry, Kazuchika Okada. Give me a number.
7? It's a 8-on-8, throw everybody together to get a preview, or yeah, 4-on-4, throw everybody together, give everybody a preview of what's going to happen at the thing. So,
that'll easily eat up 30 to 40 minutes on that show. The last
it's just the entrances.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
Further the plot. It's not. It's not like I need this to want to watch the show.
Right.
There's enough on the show to want to watch already. These are for the people that are in between.
Right.
For the casuals that show up on Friday, like, oh, there's wrestling on Friday that isn't WWE. Let me see what this is about.
Right.
Oh, Danielson, I remember him. Oh, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, they're going up against SmackDown with this then.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
All Out. Let's start from the bottom up. Well, start from the bottom.
Wait. Oh, so that's all from Friday.
So
that's worth noting.
I didn't get. So there's others. There's a couple of other things worth noting. Unfortunately, they spoke too fast and didn't update their website for me to note them.
Oh.
Here's an example, since you mentioned it. There is a 4-way happening this Saturday for Okada's Continental title. His 3 opponents are going to be announced or going to be declared tomorrow's episode on Collision because there's 3 matches. The one match that I do know of that you might be interested in watching is the Beast Mortos against Konosuke Takeshita.
Nice.
Fletcher versus Okada was actually the first spot, and it happened last night. That was actually a match of the week candidate. That was a pretty good match between Okada and Fletcher. Okada obviously won it. He's defending the title in the 4-way. There's 2 other matches. I forgot what they were. I don't remember them off the top of my head.
But we'll see them tomorrow night, and whoever wins those.
I know Mark Briscoe is in a match, and I know Kyle O'Reilly's in a match. I forget who's.
Okay.
On paper, of what I know so far, I'm at a 7.
For the 4-way.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's Okada versus Mortos and 2 other people, that's going to be interesting. If it's Okada
Takeshita.
If it's Okada against Takeshita, who won some Japanese fans over during his run in the G1 Climax, I definitely want to see more of that.
Yeah.
So just on those 2 alone, that's the meat and potatoes right there. The garnish are the other 2 competitors, whoever they end up being.
O'Reilly or Briscoe or whoever else.
Their opponents are.
Yeah.
So I'm at an 8 just for that.
Okay.
I'm not sure if this is the match that Okada's losing. It's easy for him to lose without even getting pinned.
Yeah.
But I still think with the elite tag on him, it's going to take a lot more fuckery for him to lose that belt.
Right.
So I got Okada winning.
I agree with you with the fuckery. I think whoever the opponents are, it's going to be Okada. It needs to be a targeted storyline, maybe even a group effort to take out any member of the elite. So it's not going to be randos that were thrown together in eliminator matches to go into a 4-way. Okada's winning this, no matter who their opponents are. I do agree with you. Okada and Takeshita, that right there is worth my attention. So that right there bumps me up to a 7. I'm not going to go any higher than a 7. I could go lower than a 7 depending on who the other 2 are, right? But yeah, that's where I'm at. Either way, Okada's winning.
I showed you the go-home promo between MJF and Daniel Garcia. What are you thinking now with
if I had not watched this promo and I had only watched what happened previous to the promo where it's like, oh, Garcia's getting involved with MJF? Why? If I was still there, I would be at a 5 for this match. And that's all MJF, just because MJF right now is currently my favorite active wrestler.
Yeah.
But after watching the promo, I'm bumped up to a 7.
Right.
Garcia did a pretty good job in that promo. He said some pretty good things to kind of push the buttons of MJF, and he made sense. He made sense in the promo. And there's a couple of barbs back and forth between the both of them that were pretty spicy. So I liked it. I wish that this wasn't at All Out. I wish that I had 4, 5, 6 weeks of build of that I saw just an hour ago. Yeah, that aired yesterday, right? I wish I would get more of that, because I think MJF is always going to talk circles around everybody. Daniel Garcia, for me, he's always been but that promo meant, maybe he can talk. Maybe he is more than just like a lackey for Chris Jericho or a guy who has a stupid dance,
That got him over with the crowd that didn't have him before.
True, but it was a one-trick pony that that trick is getting kind of stale, But no, now there's more to it. So yeah,
I think another part of the promo last night that I liked, and this is going to be weird for me to say what I'm about to say, was Danny Garcia's selling, and I mean
selling.
I mean this in the sense of when he was up to here and went after MJF, there was like this uncontrollable wiliness about him. Like he threw himself out the ring like he didn't care. He fell on his ass and then get back up to run. He awkwardly jumped that rail because he's not going off of instinct. He's going off of emotion. Like he talks shit about it. He wants his fucking guts.
Yeah.
And the way he was attacking a lot of the guards kind of looked not so much like someone tactical, but someone rabid, just like uncontrollable. Even when he got pinned by the two security guards, and then the third one came in to try to grab him by his legs, and he started fending off all this. He sold the desire of wanting MJF's blood so bad that it didn't look like a polished backstage attack or a polished run. It looked like awkward. But that's what it needed, because this isn't Garcia 15 years in the business knowing how to handle it. This is still Garcia running off of emotion as opposed to a calculated and red death.
Running into the crowd, up the stairs, fighting an uphill battle.
Steps, almost just missing
through security to get to MJF. Yeah.
And then by the time MJF broke that bottle on him, it completely depleted his XP, and he was sitting there like, it was so well done.
Yeah.
I'm at a 9.
9. Wow.
Yeah, because the story that you might be missing. Garcia was the one that stole MJF's Dynamite Diamond ring. He pawned it for his ticket to London to be there to interfere. And MJF was the one that took Garcia out because he was helping Garcia wrestling Ospreay. And I guess he disappointed Garcia because Garcia didn't cheat to win like MJF wanted him to cheat. It'd been a minute. You might have forgot that. Or you never saw that match entirely.
Maybe.
But there's a lot more meat on that bone. It's a lot of it lays on AEW's production or commentary to fill us in on those gaps.
Yeah.
So that you would have been fully aware by the time MJF broke this dude's face open, you'd be like, this is why all these blanks are filled. Maybe I'm at a 9, or maybe I'm at a 9.5, as opposed to where you were at before I showed you what I showed you.
Yeah.
So I'm at a 9. I don't think there's a wrong winner here. You can easily push the storyline further with Daniel Garcia, the rookie, the inexperienced that got one over because he let his wily and rambunctiousness get the best of him, as opposed to just Red Death killing people. Mm-hmm. And maybe they run it back because Grand Slam in Arthur Ashe Stadium is 2 weeks after the pay-per-view. Okay. So maybe, to your point, instead of having this match at the pay-per-view, maybe this could have co-main evented a Collision or a Rampage or Dynamite there. You would have had more promos of them back and forth for it to marinate a little more. Okay. So I don't care who wins. The shit's going to be fire. Yeah.
As far as who I got winning, I think it's going to have to be MJF, because MJF, he needs to be the guy with all the wins at the top of the card in order to fuel his character. You can't have him losing everything and still be the smug asshole that you're going to boo because, God damn it, he's always right. If he's losing everything, who cares? Yeah. Right?
The Bray Wyatt syndrome.
Yeah. Well, and see with Bray Wyatt, the reason why he got away with winning or losing so much was because he was a baby face that was over as a face. But when you're a heel and your heel shtick is I'm better than you, and you're just losing and losing and losing and losing, that loses all the steam. So yeah, I think he has to win this one.
Statlander and Nightingale in the Chicago street fight. Give me a number.
9. You're at a 10. Oh, wow. Okay.
What is wrong with this build-up? Where's the flaw in the story? Other than if you miss an episode and you missed something. But there has not been any flaw in this. This has been a great story. Both of these women are elevating each other.
I agree.
Statlander as a
I
heel
agree.
needed Stokely for that heel persona to work.
Yeah.
Nothing Matters smile anyway is getting
Yeah.
more over, and they're just bumping each other up, and
Yeah.
it's working, and everyone's winning. I'm enjoying the stuff that they're doing. I'm enjoying the promos. I'm enjoying Statlander actually as a credible woman in that roster that needs credible women.
Yes.
Nightingale making herself probably one of the top baby faces there on the women's division.
Because
and not being the typical Barbie as the top of the women's division.
And I was gonna say, I think AEW needs a top woman babyface that's not Tony, right? Because Toni Storm is over as fuck, but she was a heel that people liked that became face because they liked her, right?
At some point, you respect Tom Cruise's filmography,
right? No, there's no woman on the roster right now that doesn't have that 100% always been a babyface, is going to be a babyface going forward, and is a top babyface. Nobody. You could say Britt, but no, Britt got over because she was the role model in a fucking wheelchair, right? She was a heel. Mercedes, fuck her, she's a heel, right? Who? Statlander was that organic babyface, but then she just turned a heel, right? Nyla, I should say, Nyla's back and forth, and they don't prominently use her as much as they probably should be using her. Hikaru, maybe she's a babyface, but I don't think she's as over as she should be.
Or used to be.
Yeah. And Serena, no, heel. She's always been a heel, right? So who would be the top babyface?
Purebred babyface.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gunmetal gray there. Like there's no black and white. It's just in the middle. And Nightingale is definitely the yellow and pink, the bright, the straight up. You know she's
the face. Yeah.
I'm trying to go into the roster and think of someone that would fit that caliber of just straight up. It's somebody in the chat can help, but I'm like
Riho. But who gives a shit about Riho?
Thank you.
Right? Yeah.
Statlander needs to win. I don't think Nightingale gets hurt by the loss. I think this is going to continue the trend, of my opinion, that this is just going to elevate both of them. And if we get another match out of the two, I'm down. I'm with it. Like it's weird because there's some times where it's like the sequel or the trilogy, and you know that should be it. And then there's other times where you're like, give me something else. Give me a little more, because I like what I'm getting. And if they give me another match after this, I think you could take it a little further.
Okay.
So
I got Willow winning. And that the babyface wins. It ends the story. They go their separate ways now that they're both elevated, and maybe we could get Willow start challenging for one of the women's titles.
This might be a trope that's been done a little bit too often.
Okay.
But Mariah May, as of right now, does not have a women's title match. So it's easy for the glamour to pick on someone like Willow for not looking like her. And that's easy pickings for that feud to start if you really want to have Nightingale in that main event picture scene. And maybe Tony costs Mariah the belt and Willow gets it, and then you keep that going.
Tony and Mariah, yeah. Okay.
This might be out of order because I'm going by title matches and then other matches after that. But I have a weird feeling that this is going to end the show.
Oh.
Swerve versus Hangman in a fucking cage. Is there anything else on this roster that you think is going to top that?
I'm at a 10 for this match.
Can I do 12? Can I do 17? Can I do 26 and a half? Can I do a marathon?
No, you
I'm
can't.
like fucking, yeah, 11.
10 is generous. Okay. No. Yeah, dude.
Swerve made Hangman a bitch in the first promo after All Out, questioning Hangman's resilience. And then Hangman just flipped the script on this mofo.
There's promos and segments from the Attitude Era that are just iconic. The Attitude.
Whoa! I already know where you're going with this.
The Attitude Era was full of like these over-the-top stunts that made people think that the Attitude Era was better than what it really was. If you go back and you actually watch Raws from the Attitude Era, 75% of it is complete dog shit. But then there was the oh my god, what the fuck? You know, the beer truck.
The monster truck.
Yeah, the monster truck. The Zamboni machine.
Hulk Hogan, the 18-wheeler.
Yeah, DX kept getting picked off one by one, getting jumped.
The bus. And the train.
Yeah, the bus. There's always like these weird, crazy stunts that just happen. I mean, this is gonna be controversial. The fucking Pillman with the gun scenario, right?
Pillman 9mm Glock.
Yeah, there were so many crazy fucking set piece moments. Like, if you want to call it a set piece.
The State of the Union with DX.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
This is on that level.
Wow.
That's
high praise.
Yes.
Very high praise.
What do all those things have in common from back then in the Attitude Era?
It's above wrestling. It's past wrestling.
They were above wrestling. They were past wrestling. They were all about the spectacle on the Raw or the SmackDown or whatever. And you remember that moment. It was billed to a match. Most of the time you don't remember what matches it belonged to with that build, right? This right here, it could possibly be the same thing. Now, I say that in tongue-in-cheek, saying, well, I'm excited for the match because of this thing that probably doesn't affect the match, but it affects the way I feel. People don't always remember what you say. They remember how you feel. And I feel, holy shit, there is some gravitas to this. We have been talking about and talking shit about the babyface run of Swerve Strickland being tainted because he cut a promo on a baby. How can he be the babyface? You know,
He's broken another man's house.
Yeah, and he cut a promo on a baby. You know what? Hangman really should be the babyface here, but we just love Police for plenty of drive. So yeah, this is stupid. This fucking fixed it. It fucking fixed it. Excalibur had the best thing to say about it. There's nothing. He is no longer on the side of righteousness, or he's no longer on the righteous path. I think that's how Excalibur worded it. Hangman cannot say he's on the righteous path now. It's like, yes, he finally went so far that flip that we were naturally doing just because we like the swerve when you drive has solidified. Yeah, he broke into your house and cut a promo on your baby, but he has since then distanced himself from it. There was a blood feud. It was over. It was fine. He went on to win the title. You're still bitter. Okay, I get why you're bitter. All right, fine. But no, he took it 3 steps beyond what it should have been, and he set the motherfucker's house on fire. And the other thing that is even better is how we all got fucking worked. We all got worked that same day before the show, where it was like, hey, look at this fluff piece of, oh, Nana went with Swerve, and they brought the home that they used to grow up in, and childhood home, and oh, look, like, I thought it was like this is a nice, like, behind the scenes kind of thing.
Nice things in wrestling don't exist. I didn't get worked. I was expecting all that.
I was not expecting this. I thought it was like John Cena went to do the Make-A-Wish thing. Oh, so-and-so went here. Oh, he bought the thing for, the childhood home. Oh, that's cool. And then we got fucking worked. They did that shit on purpose to set up for the night, and I thought, mwah, chef's kiss, that was beautiful. And the way that Hangman did it, Hangman's promo itself was flawless. Everything he said made sense, but you could also see the derangements just going further and further and further. He's right, but he's also, hold on, dog.
You're going a little too far.
You're going too far. You're right, but bro, I can't.
You're proving Swerve right also in the shit he said the week before. You want success or you want revenge?
Yes.
He wants revenge.
He does.
He made it clear. He cost him the belt. He's making sure that he's not getting the belt again, and he's getting him used to losing.
and the intensity in his eyes
Yeah.
was perfect. The casualness of how insidious of what he was doing was perfect as well, where he's sitting there, not even looking. He knows what he's doing and he's relishing it. He has his fucking whiskey next to him. He pulled up a chair on the fucking lawn and lit it
drinking.
and was drinking.
You know how hot that shit is?
Oh my
That
God.
ice turned to water like by the time it hit his lips.
Probably so, but man, the visual was so fucking stunning, and I believed everything. Like that is fucking. Give that man a fucking Emmy. Like his acting was so good in wrestling. Acting is frequently terrible. I don't care if you're WWE, AEW, ECW, WCW, New Japan, whatever. Acting is terrible in wrestling most of the time, but not in this segment. Hangman fucking nailed it.
Swerve sold it like $1 million too. Where's he
Yeah.
going? He ain't in Charlotte home. He's fucked. Might as well stay in the ring and cry.
That's what he
And
did.
then Prince Nana's like, why did he have to do this? Bitch, you started it. I know you're like redeeming yourself, but you didn't redeem yourself to everyone. What's the whole thing? Like, if there's one person that still doesn't agree with Hulk Hogan is not forgiven. And if Hangman does not forgive you, you are not forgiven until he tells you. And apparently he didn't tell you because he burned your fucking house. I'm at 11.
All right.
And even if he's the heel in this situation, he is due.
Okay.
He's winning.
Really, you got Swerve losing 2 pay-per-views in a row.
I'm not looking at it as pay-per-views.
Okay.
Swerve did not tap out. Hangman was the one that tapped out of that triple threat match. First time, Swerve needed Nana. Second time, Swerve needed Nana and Cage. And then the third time, they went to a draw. Swerve couldn't beat him on his own. So in order to solidify his rationality and insanity, he has to win this match. To solidify Hangman's insanity, he has to win this match.
You don't think that it would be more interesting if Hangman were to lose
And go crazier?
further pushing him over the edge? Because the whole reason why we've been making fun of this like tweener, oh, not really Hangman, is because he hasn't gotten to that point like how he got to on Wednesday. Now that he's finally got to the edge, you don't think he needs a little nudge? Just so that we will forever boo his ass with his new shitty entrance music? With his heel entrance music now?
There's one thing about that shitty entrance music that I wanted to point out, but I couldn't because the payoff hadn't happened yet. You watched Walking Dead, right?
Yeah.
You remember the intro to Walking Dead?
Yeah.
For every season, it basically told you what happened in the entire season.
Okay.
In that Hangman video, his Titantron video,
Yeah.
there has always been a picture of Swerve's childhood home on it.
Really? No, it hasn't.
That got pointed out this morning on the book face, and I was looking for it when we were watching it, and I saw it. Hangman's childhood
They
home.
didn't add that shit today, right?
No.
No, you gotta go back to like 2 or 3 episodes ago and see if that same video is.
I did.
You did?
It's been there.
I love how much we got worked on that.
That's why I'm at
I
11.
love how much we got worked.
For fans, it's funny because Brian said himself, wrestling fans can be fucking fickle. They complain that there's not enough long-term storytelling in professional wrestling. Then they shit on stuff like this, which is exactly what they want.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I love it.
Yeah, I got Hanger winning, and you got Swerve winning.
I got Swerve winning.
We'll have to compare notes on the next time we get together. Mercedes Moné against Hikaru Shida for the TBS title.
Yes. 4. I'm at a 4. I don't give a shit. Hikaru is not winning, even though I would absolutely love Hikaru to win. Hikaru, she needs more than what she has been given. And I know that's weird to say for somebody that's a three-time Two-time AEW Women's Champ in a division where there isn't multiple champions,
Yeah.
right? And she's always been kind of over, but she never got to that point where she was the man or the woman
during COVID, and that's
and even then, like she wasn't the main attraction in the women's division. She never was, and she was kind of a heel in some of that. Now this Hikaru where she's come back once every other month or something. Oh, okay, cool. Now we're really going to strap a rocket to her now that she has this babyface persona. And then she goes away for a few weeks. And then she comes back. It's like, oh, yeah, Hikaru. And then she goes away. And then she comes back. It's like, she's just going to be fodder for Mercedes in this match. Mercedes winning, LOL. And I don't give two shits about Mercedes Moné.
Which is also kind of sad because Hikaru always struggled on promos, on her English.
And
her promo last night where she had like that Japanese top on and she like ripped her top open to show a Hikaru Cheetah t-shirt, and her smile and her like animation throughout the promo, and she was intelligible. Like, it was the best promo I've seen Hikaru cut.
Yeah.
And for what? I'm also at a 4. None of it has to do with Monet. I wish this was on the pre-show, if not on fucking Collision or Rampage. But it's not, because you got a former WWE superstar and a former Star Wars talent on your fucking roster, and they're going to that'll probably be the co-main event because it's her.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care. I'm getting to where you are now about Mercedes, where it's like, what
I'm done. And
she's replaced the Jericho Vortex.
Yes.
Now it's the Monday Vortex.
And she
it's the debt collection agency.
I don't think she's done enough in between the bells to warrant her haughtiness.
And she spent a lot of that time that could have benefited her either injured or in New Japan.
Yeah.
If you're going to make your mark on AEW, you should have done it stronger and earlier.
See, when Sasha Banks was getting over naturally in NXT, it was because she was just that badass of a wrestler. She
has the talent around her to make her better.
And she isn't that badass of a wrestler now. Also, there was a lot of question marks about her because we didn't really know her personality outside of what she actually had in NXT. Now that we've shined more of a spotlight on her, and then there was rumors when she was in the main roster of, oh, she's kind of a dick in real life. And she's proven that to be right. She's kind of a dick. And, well, she's okay. She's whatever. And, like, everybody loves Mikaze. And then this, power couple. And now she's leaving Mikaze? Why? Now all of the sympathy's on Mikaze. None of the sympathy's on her. They're like, oh, yeah, we get it. She's kind of a dick. And she left a really good guy.
Who had a real dick.
Yeah. Who's a good dude. As far as we know, Mikaze's a good dude, and she's just leaving him. Why? We don't know. Oh, it's probably her. Like, no, fuck her, dude.
Monet's winning.
Monet's winning, yeah.
Will Ospreay against Pac for the international title.
8. I very easily could say that I'm at like a 6. Because I maybe it's because I haven't watched enough and I'm kind of lost in the shuffle. Why the fuck Pac? I don't get it. But that match is going to be a fucking banger. So that bumps me up to an 8.
Pac won a gauntlet match of his own.
Okay.
Where he became #1 contender for the match after the winner of Ospreay and MJF, which is why he's got this spot. I'm backwards with you.
Okay.
I'm also at an 8.
Okay.
But I could easily be at a 10 because I know it's going to fucking rock.
Okay.
The only problem is there's only been like a 2-week build for this, number 1.
Yeah.
And number 2, Pac's the bastard. But he's also with Death Triangle, but now he's not with Death Triangle. He's a trios champ
with the BBC.
With the Pac Pool Combat Club.
The Pac-Pool Combat
That is also missing a person that's doing his own weird ass shit with a girl that we didn't like, but now is kind of interesting. Pac don't need to be around all that.
Yeah.
Pac versus Ospreay is enough. Pac interfered, poison running Ospreay from behind after Ricochet's Dynamite debut last week. Okay, I could be at a 10 if they don't fumble this. And then the next week, Pac is fucking in the main event 6-man tag with fucking Claudio and Wheeler Yuta. I was like, oh yeah. Wait, why is he here? Wait,
Yeah.
did they explain how Pac ended up in this match? In the match at All In with Claudio and Yuta?
No.
So
why? Okay, they should not have won the trios titles. I get
that was a layup for House of Black. Layup.
Right. Or any of the other 2 trios teams that are actual teams. So you have Blackpool Combat Club and a rando. And unless you're going to come out and say it, hey, you're in the BCC.
Yeah.
He's not in the BCC. So this doesn't make sense. Why? Now, could he be in the BCC? Fuck yes. Because he's got the pedigree and, he's fucking British.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it makes sense, but he's not in it. Is this a storyline to get him in it? Are they testing him out? Is BCC still trying to, hey, let's try to recruit people? Like, the way they recruited Wheeler Yuta was fucking awesome. That was a great storyline. But ever since they've recruited Wheeler Yuta, they haven't recruited anybody else, and they haven't done goddamn diddly squat with Wheeler Yuta.
Ring of Honor pure title. But
like I said, goddamn diddly squat.
Yeah. If tree falls in the woods, it knows around here. Yeah. Ospreay's winning. It's too soon.
Okay.
We just got the belt.
Ospreay's winning, yeah, sure. I agree.
Speaking of your favorite trios team, the Young Bucks are defending the tag titles against Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta of the Blackpool Combat Club.
2-on-2?
Yes.
So the Bucks versus the BCC.
Yes.
2 of which have the trios titles with Pac.
And not either of your biggest names in the BCC. It's Claudio and Yuta.
3. What? The Bucks are winning. 3.
Yeah, Bucks are
I
winning.
don't give a shit.
2. Bucks are winning.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Bryan Danielson against Jack Perry for the AEW World title.
8. The reason why I'm not higher is because, Danielson's winning.
6.
Whoa.
The reason I'm not higher is because this could have easily main evented Grand Slam and you still have 2 more weeks of proper build. You were on a decent course with Jack. He's starting to come on his own. Another fumble is they should have aired a clip of Jack Perry making that title belt.
They never aired that?
That's YouTube.
Oh, I didn't know they
not
didn't
television proper.
Okay.
That could have helped a lot of people that are casual fans.
Wait a second. Wait. This is for Danielson's title, not
Yes.
for the TNT title.
This is not title for title. This is for Danielson's title.
Why? What? But he went through so much trouble to make that belt, and he's not even defending it, and he's going for a different title?
Yeah. He could have pretty decent promo on Dynamite last night too about how he would have turned out a better wrestler if he had Danielson's help. Like he was offering to help Yuta, like how he was offering to help Daniel Garcia, but he never gave it to him. So this is the Jack Perry that he's become. He's a product of Danielson's lack of keeping his word. Jack is fucking developing. He needs more of that on television. And again, that's why if we had 2 more weeks of the unpeeling of Jungle Jack and the cementing of the scapegoat, I would be at a higher fucking position. This would be worthy of a main event, just like we had the conversation 2 weeks ago where I'm like, Danielson versus Ospreay should not be the last match on the pay-per-view. There's better book cards and there's more popular wrestlers in matches that will get a louder reaction than those two. The fact that they had to go as far as making it a title versus career to elevate that match.
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking Swerve and Hangman are ending this in the steel cage because Danielson and Perry ain't topping that shit.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair.
The Bucks ain't topping that shit. Ospreay and Pac, maybe, but on 2 weeks build as opposed to a year Monet and Sheeta, Statlander Nightingale is a great match.
But that's not.
But that's not topping Swerve and Hangman.
Yeah.
Swerve and Hangman needs to end that show.
Okay.
The only way that it could be justified, not right, is if Christian cashes in after Bryan beats Jack Perry. Win or lose, if Christian cashes in, that's the only thing I can see of rationale of why they end the paper with that. Otherwise, you're ending it with your hottest match, and that's literally, figuratively, hottest match. Swerve and Hanger.
All right.
That, for now, is a show. Since we're not recording it after Collision, I don't know what other matches are going to add to it, because for All Out, there's 8 matches.
Okay.
You normally get 40 matches on an 8
Right. Yeah.
So it's slim pickings. So maybe between Collision and Rampage, there might be some more, but this is what we got so far.
I don't like All In and All Out being so close together.
Even with the 2-week gap, as opposed to last year, which was
Yeah,
back to
1
back.
week. Yeah. No, this is still it needs to be spread out further.
It will next year, because All In next year is right here in Texas.
That's right.
In July.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
In July. So you can do All Out back at Labor Day weekend the way you did in the beginning.
Yeah.
And you still have that time.
Still in Chicago next year?
That's a good question. Forbidden Door is going to be in late July, early August in London.
So you're still going to have just only a gap of like 2 or 3 weeks.
But the Forbidden Door isn't like, you still have matches. You're building towards All Out in September, but you just have matches that are like exhibition matches. It's New Japan versus
AEW hasn't been really good at spacing out the timing of their pay-per-views.
And they'll probably add a Ring of Honor pay-per-view between them, which, we're supposed to make Ring of Honor. We're supposed to make Fetch happen. Still in the Lord's Year 2024.
Yeah.
All Out, for what we know so far, give me a number.
8.
7.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll go up to an 8 once we fill out whoever's in this 4-way, and if they add another match. Because there's a couple of titles that still haven't been announced yet.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah. Anything else? What are you doing this weekend if you're not watching All Out?
Well, I'm not watching All Out because I'll be doing some ring announcing. Native Ways War of Nations is going to happen in Alvin, Texas. So it's the first time that Native Ways runs in Texas. They normally run in Phoenix, Arizona. Well, not in Phoenix, like around in Arizona. And I think they've had a couple of shows in Florida, but this is their first show that they're doing in Texas. So yeah, Native Ways Entertainment is Native American owned. That owner being Suma Tay, which we've seen him wrestle here in Texas quite a bit. Undisputed Pro Wrestling. You've seen him, before, and he's been kind of all over the place. He just came back from a Cauliflower Alley Club
nice.
A couple of weeks ago. So yeah. Suma Tay's promotion. So come out if you are Native. Support Native. Native owned business. Yeah, Native owned business. Even if you're not Native and you just want to come check it out, please come check it out. But yeah, Alvin, Texas, this Saturday.
Where?
In Alvin, Texas. Somewhere. There's a
rock. You'll find it.
There's a flyer. Follow my Facebook page. I'll just fucking look it up. How about if I here just let's see here, my profile. Let's see here. Let's see.
While you look up for that,
I post a lot of bullshit on here. Here we go. It is doors open at 6 p.m. September 12th. Let's see. The Knights of Columbus Hall at 129 County Road 146 in Alvin, Texas.
Yes, sir.
So Knights of Columbus.
Good.
Yes.
That's everything.
Ta-da.
We can either reconvene next week to review All Out,
Okay.
or we we could reconvene at the end of the month and preview WWE Bad Blood.
Oh, Bad Blood. Yeah.
Bad Blood. It's your call. We got a week to figure it out.
Okay, I would say we definitely want to do the preview of Bad Blood. Why we might be able to squeeze in both, but the problem is, since I'm doing Native Ways, I don't know when I'm actually going to get a chance to watch All Out. So
I might be watching it on Sunday evening.
Okay.
Yeah. If not Monday.
Yeah.
Instead of Raw.
Okay.
I'll try to stay off the long line.
So are we talking about next Thursday coming? No, so next Thursday would be the review. Then the Thursday after that.
2 Thursdays after that.
Yeah.
Would be
that would be the 19th, right?
No. Next Thursday would be the 12th, and then 2 weeks
following
after. 2 weeks after.
2 weeks after that,
we would get back to preview.
All right.
Woo! Let that marinate.
All right.
Hopefully, we don't get a new disease between now and then.
Oh, I know, right?
Or I don't lose my car.
Yeah. Jesus.
All right. With that,
adios, my friends. Keep it classy.
I made it through the whole episode without having
Oh,
to
yeah.
pee.
Go pee, man.
I'm about to.